Hello, welcome. It's Sunday. We're here. I'm in my Sunday dress however I want to dress. I got my bathing suit on. I got my new hat. I had so much fun the other day at there's this little place called Fish Depot where I live, and it's just full of Grateful Dead, spiritual, light worker, hippie, just amazing people. So I get to go and support. And actually, I met a guy there. I have to get you guys his information, who is the major vendor for all of these spiritual events that are going on all over. So remember, we're going to start a One Tribe event coming up. One Tribe. No, not me. Where we're going to probably start it here in Palm Beach, Florida. I don't exactly know the location. I'd like the Bryant Park in Lake Worth, but we'll see if I can work that out. Where we all just come together. We bring our gifts, we bring our souls, we bring our energy, light workers, empaths, healers. Everyone's just going to come together and be together, be in the light, and share our love and learn and grow and listen to music. We'll have, there's a stage there. So I already know I want dancers and singers and musicians and healers, and kind of excited. And then maybe we'll take it on the road. Anyway, that's not the topic of today's mini show. I promised you guys a while back that I was going to start detailing these cards that I am reading. And there's no better time than the present moment. And if I were to worry about what I look like or plan anything any better, it wouldn't happen. So we're doing it right now impromptu. And remember, this is our deck. I have the details. It's the Osho Zen Tarot. And I've had this deck, I don't know how long. It's been a long time. But it has always just held the test of time. It flows with us. And it's of the highest vibrational mastery of Osho, who is a master teacher. He is still a teacher. He comes through and channels through me, which I didn't fully know Osho was talking to me, but I guess I have such a close relationship with the cards, it would only make sense that he would communicate with me. He has a big retreat healing center in some foreign country, I believe somewhere, and I hope to visit one day, or have a retreat center similar to his at some point. I can see that happening. Let's put some intention there. We can all come and be together, learn, train, a little like Harry Potter's Hogwarts school for the wizards. Only we'll be light workers and empaths, or maybe even better, I'll be like Professor Xavier and X-Men. Yeah, that sounds funner. So yeah, we're going to have an X-Men Harry Potter school at some point. We're all going to be able to come and start talking about this stuff out loud and growing, developing, learning. So these 3 cards, there are 3 I'll be detailing. But in this one video, I'm only going to do the one card. And you'll see it up in the corner. That way, whenever I do a reading for you, just let me know, Kristen, take a picture of the cards. Anyone listening, take a picture of the cards. I'll try to remind you. I will message them to you, and you'll be able to come into these YouTube videos and be able to learn a little bit more about the particular cards that were pulled for you. A little more detailed. There are 78 cards, so I'm not sure how many I can do or get done or what the format is yet, but this is the first. And it was Friendliness, and it pulled. So what I'm going to do, I believe, is give you my interpretation of the card when it pulls up in a reading, and then I'm going to read to you Osho's interpretation of the card, because obviously he's the master teacher. So we want to hear what he has to say as well. So when I pull this Friendliness card, I want you to look at here. Actually, let me just pull up the picture for you. Okay, so the pictures of these cards mean something. And when we see these 2 beautiful trees growing up and growing next to each other, I'll go ahead and pull it off. You can see that one is yellow and one is pink, and one could be blue and one could be green, and one of their barks could be smooth and one of their barks could be rough. So friendliness is about how we're interacting with the people closest to us, the ones that we would consider our friends, the ones that we call our friends. They can be family members, sisters, just friends, your people. So when you see these two colors and you see these two trees, you notice that one tree is not taller than the other. One tree is not brighter than the other. One bark isn't smoother than the other. So we want to make sure that when we're with our friends, we're not looking at our friends going, well, her hair is just so much better than mine, or, oh, well, she's so much smarter than me. Or, gosh, I wish I had curly hair like her. You know, I only have pink leaves. And look, she's got yellow leaves. I think her yellow leaves are prettier than my pink leaves. It's kind of silly when we think about it that way. Or I think her bark is better than my bark, you know, or I feel like she gets more exposure to the sun, and that's why she has the shiny yellow leaves, and I'm stuck with what? Dull pink. Silly, right? So why do we do that in life? You know, why do we compare ourselves to each other? Why do we think some people are better than others? Maybe she's a beautiful writer, but you're a beautiful singer. Maybe you're an amazing mother or father, and she's amazing at work. Maybe you can clean your house flawlessly, and she's a complete mess there. We're okay here. So we have to love, you know, each other's special and unique gifts equally with each other. Whether it's a family member, a friend, a sister, a brother, we want to honor the yellow leaves and honor the pink leaves. And you also can see that they are, like I said, growing at the same height and the same, you know, length and mirroring each other. So what that also means is make sure that your friends are not an energetic drain on you. Many times we find this happens, especially as light workers and as healers and as empaths. We came to this planet to elevate the vibrations of the planet because we have light source flowing through us. Hence, we're a light worker or a light warrior or a rainbow warrior, right? So we have this strength to us. And what happens is that a little bit of a lower vibrational, energetic human, which is fine because we're all on similar paths. So we are all at different vibrational flowering, because we're all lotus flowers. All of us are lotus flowers. I saw this in a vision, so let me look. It's kind of like that. See, that's a lotus flower. That's a lotus flower. That's a lotus flower. I have them everywhere. and what it means is, and I was shown this, you know, we're all on our yellow brick road. And as my friend Jeffrey just said, can mine be purple? Yes. So we all have this path and this destiny and this beautiful light highway of all colors. You can create it. In fact, for a little while, I kept thinking, well, my light is so razor thin, you know, between past and future, and this timeless dimension is just razor thin. And I thought, wait a minute, this is my pathway. I'm the creator of my yellow brick road, and I'm making it really, really big. So I expanded it, and I'm much more cozy walking on my road now. So you can do this. And inside of your, you know, inside of your yellow brick road is where we want to stay. So having said that, your light coming through is needed. And what happens is we end up getting surrounded by people who need our light. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Friends, family members, children, co-workers, neighbors, they're like in need of our light, in need of our light. And we give and we give and we give. So make sure that when you choose friends, keep in mind that many of them, unbeknownst to them, accidentally, they don't mean to do this, but they are draining your light at times because they could be at a lower vibrational pattern than you. So I want you to kind of make sure that your energy is in a healthy vibrational state before you choose to interact with your friends, your family members, and certain people or energies in your life that potentially are vibrating at a lower field that, you know, sometimes you feel a little drained because you have to lower your energy here to communicate with them. And you're also just naturally probably healing them and giving advice and listening and trying to help and giving. And that's okay. I'm not like us to take them all out of your life, forget it. That's not the answer, because you are the light, you're the healer, you're the warrior, you're the light worker, you're the one here, you're the one listening, you're the one who has the ability to heal. I'm not speaking to them, I'm speaking to you. Having said that, what I do before I move into a space, an energetic space where I know potentially my energy could be lowered and drained, number one, I'm aware that it happens. Number two, I'm always protecting my energy, which means, yes, this person may want and give my time and time, but I'm always like, Kristen, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling drained? Is your energy feeling healthy? And sometimes these people, they don't mean to, again, please, but they make certain comments due to their vibration pattern that can be a little like a dagger, little slights here or there, little comments that are meant to bring you down to their vibration pattern because they're more comfortable with your vibration pattern being low like their vibration pattern. Okay, this happens. It's not their fault. They don't, remember, they're not here gaining this knowledge. You are. So you need to be educated that this can happen. They don't know what they're doing. Okay, it's just not where their path lies right now. Right? So I'm going to go back to the lotus flower story. Right? So we are all a lotus flower, all of us. And the thing is that some of us are in the seedling stage. And then some of us are in the seedling stage with a little sprout. And I would call the seedlings the ones who are very earth, in the earth, in human society. Very immersed into what people think and the social norms. May or may not have any relationship with God, but even if they do, it's like more of a, okay, well, I go to church on Sundays, I read the Bible, so I'm check that off my to-do list sort of people, and which is fine. They are in a different vibration pattern and experience, and they're probably, what's great is they're probably a full-bloomed lotus flower when they cross over to the other side, but perhaps they've just chosen to learn certain things to come as a seedling. So it's not that they're underdeveloped than you, they just are having a different experience here in this earth plane this particular lifetime, right? So then you have the little seedlings with the little sprout. Then you have the little seedlings with the little sprout who may have a little flower and a little leaf, and this little leaf is like talking to the little sprout going, oh my gosh, have you heard of yoga? Oh, that's a little weird. What do you think about that? Do you think ghosts are real? I don't know, that totally freaks me out. I don't want to hear anything about ghosts, So they're not fully, they would never understand basically probably anything that I have to say. So the fact that you guys are understanding me and listening means that you're not only in your seed, you're not only in your stem, you're not in your leaf. In fact, anyone who's still listening to me is in a full blooming and can understand anything I'm saying, is in a full lotus bloom, which means that seedling life you experienced many times, and it's not what you're here for today. So lotus flower, fully lotus blooms, maybe you have, and these are all just an example, right? 12 petals. Okay. So you're going to be communicating to the lotus flowers and teaching comfortably and sharing your wisdom and knowledge comfortably with lotus flowers that are 8 petals, 9 petals. So they're learning, they're evolving, and you have 12 petals, right? And so we're all kind of learning right here. And then you're learning from the ones with 15 petals and above, right? Osho, I would call a fully bloomed lotus flower. Eckhart Tolle. There are many now that are fully blooming. And the ones that are blooming, we're the ones talking and communicating with each other up in this level. And then we're trickling the information down to those that are underneath us. Okay? So don't get frustrated with the people in your life because potentially it's a seedling and you're the lotus flower and you're trying to communicate and they're like, can you come down here? And you're like, can you come up here? And it's like, So you're just not kind of getting each other. Sometimes what happens is they be quiet, you stop talking, right? So we just want to keep in mind that there are many, many people I can say in my particular life that I've experienced this with. And then there's people like you that I get to share all my stuff with and unload it all like, hey guys, handle this. And you can understand me, which is so cool, which is beautiful. So someone once said to me, and I loved this, that a lot of times when you're with your friends or your family and they may be in like the little seedling, little thing, be patient with them. And it's, for lack of a better human word, ministry work. So you're the minister. So remember who you are. A mother, a father, you're with your mother, but she doesn't get any of this. You're doing ministry work. So ministry work is holding your lotus flower, holding your vibration pattern, which is of patience and love and universal love, and knowing that the universe has your back, knowing that you are protected, even though your mother, who would be, you would think society, she has an elevated state, but she might not be in that particular position. She's just a little seedling here and doesn't understand you. So share your light with her, but do not close your lotus flower, drop yourself down and try to work this out. So sometimes a lot of our friends are like this. So this is like the opposite of that. This means that sometimes, like when you pull this card, depending on the cards around it, it's asking you, are there friends in your life that are draining your energy? And it's not, again, we're not getting rid of those friends, but we're remembering that you're the minister, you're the light worker, you're the bringer of light, the sharer of light, the giver of light, the healer of light. You can be around those friends all you want as long as you remember that. And then when you remove yourself energetically from the situation, you probably have to raise your vibrations back up, put on some music, do your meditations, listen to a master teacher on your YouTube drive home, and pull your lotus flower back up and open it back up. Notice if your chakras have been closed for any reason. Your chakras will close if they don't like the energy that you're around too long. So if there's too much low vibrational energy around you, your chakras are like, I don't want to intake that, especially as an untrained light worker. You don't mean to, but right now you're probably intaking all of this energy, because there are practices we can use to keep that at bay, which is, again, some classes I'll be teaching coming up soon. Okay, so that's what this card means. And sometimes when it pulls up in a reading, it means you need to find your tribe, find your people, find your other lotus flowers. Sometimes we become very isolated in this world, and we're, you know, this high-powered empathic light worker, but we're surrounded by people, seeds. Okay, it's okay, again, but you have to find your people. So you need to go to a yoga class, you need to go to a meditation class. Meetup is great. Go to Meetup, find your tribe, find your people, find the people who understand you, go be around them, share your information. Now, when you share your information to this beautiful red lotus flower, she or he is gonna be like, I get you. And you're like, you get me? And then there's a natural, beautiful flow of energy between the two of you. So you're both giving each other light. You're recharging each other's batteries. You're refilling each other's light cups, reloading, recharging, rebalancing, resetting, making sure you know you're not alone. So you have to have people like this in your life so that you can help the seedlings to grow, because again, you're the light. So when you go to the little seedlings, they can be friends, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, best friends, whatever. You are the one giving sunshine, giving water, giving soil, putting them in a nice little place where they can grow, nurturing them, forgiving them, understanding them, showing them what unconditional love is, showing them what compassion is, showing them what service looks like, showing them what a relationship with the light looks like. We don't always have to tell them talk, because remember, they're seedlings. Sometimes they can't understand what we're saying, but we can show them by being. Like Gandhi says, be the change you want to see. And this is what Gandhi means. Because we can't always be shoving all this down their throats. Like, it's amazing over here. It's so beautiful. Everything is so great when the universe loves you. And they're like, I don't understand. I just want to go watch what's the Kardashians. I find the seedlings love the Kardashians. And, the Housewives of New York, or, the Bachelor. They tend to like Bachelor. So we know those people. And we're just going to love them. And we can only sprinkle or give them as much light as they can intake at that moment. We can't give the full-fledged sun to a little seedling. It's like, I don't even get it. Why do I need this? It's just hot and uncomfortable. And I need a spot. Okay, that's my interpretation of this card, friendliness. Okay, I'm going to read Osho's. Okay, yay. Here we go. The branches of these two flowering trees are intertwined, and their fallen petals blend together on the ground in their beautiful colors. It is as if heaven and earth are abridged by love, but they stand individually, each rooted in the soil, in their own connection with the earth. I'll pause there for a second. So when it says each rooted in the soil, they stand individually. So they each know the light. These are both lotus flowers, equally footed, on equal ground, not draining the other, not taking what isn't theirs, equally giving to each other, equally honoring each other in peace for each other's beautifulness, essence here on this earth. So that's what he means by that. In this way, they represent the essence of true friends. Mature, easy with each other, natural. There is no urgency about their connection. No. So, you don't feel like, oh gosh, I have to see that friend, I have that panic there. Oh my God, what's the drama going on? This is a different relationship. If you don't have this relationship, find it, because it's lovely. It's not as common, but as the more work we put into this, light workers, the more common it will become. So there's no neediness, no desire to change the other into something else. I'm going to read that part again. No desire to change the other into something else. All right, light workers, let's put this to the test a little bit. All right, lotus flowers. How many times do we want to go around the seeds and change them? That is not what is needed here. The little seeds have to be loved in their seedling form for them to grow, for them to open up, for them to crack. They must be loved, not judged, not pushed to crack open, not expected to grow quicker or faster or understand more. We must love the seedlings for what they are, exactly what they are. And that's the way that they will open. And it's also healing for you as well, as this is your light worker sadhana or spiritual practice. This card indicates a readiness to enter this quality of friendliness. Means you're ready to enter this. Perhaps you've been surrounded by people who aren't like this again, and you're ready to find this kind of friendliness, this kind of soul connection, source connection, light connection. In this passage, you may notice that you are no longer interested in all kinds of dramas and romances that other people are engaged in. Okay, so this is another thing, right? You're with your friends and all I want to do is talk to, oh my God, you're not going to believe what Jerry did last night. I just can't believe he did it. What a jerk. What are we going to do about that? Can you believe what Cindy did? She's such a bitch. So as light workers, as we move into this, we're like, that can be a little draining too. So we don't want to commiserate with that. But remember, we are light. So, and they are seeds and they need to vent. But what's beautiful in this situation is that when the dramas and the romances of your seedlings venting, as your sadhana, as a light worker, healer, spiritual teacher, I listen openly. I allow the information to pass through me. I allow the vibrations of the drama to filter through my light. And I do not commiserate back or say, oh my God, I get what you're saying. I totally get him. He's such a jerk. No, because then that further strengthens that vibration pattern. So instead, I nod, I smile, I listen. I do not pass judgment. I really don't give much advice anymore unless it's gentle, light advice. But you'll find they look like, why aren't you? And then what's so beautiful is you'll find that as you do not link into their drama, not to be rude to them or anything, but you don't have that vibration field inside of you that will lower, that links into that. You've just vibrated past that point. And they'll look at you and realize that you're not feeding that energetic stream. And then they will click into your vibration pattern and your energetic stream, and the entire energy dynamic of the relationship and the interaction shifts. And you'll find they love listening to the music, and you'll find they're noticing the wind, and you'll find they are kinder and more forgiving. And you didn't have to do a thing, but hold your light field, hold your vibration pattern, and then everything heals itself. So your sadhana, light worker, spiritual teacher, is to hold your vibration pattern amidst the dramas and the stuff, the chaos. Okay. And this is not a loss, he says. Yeah, it's not. It is the birth of a higher, more loving quality, born of the fullness of experience It is the birth of a love that is truly unconditional, without expectations or demands. So again, it is the birth of a love that is truly unconditional. It is unconditional love that you give to your friend when you don't commiserate with them, when you don't engage in their drama, when you don't feed the chaos. That is an unconditional love. When you just love them for exactly who they are, what they are, whatever's coming out of their mouth, even if it's shenanigans, even if it's directed at you, light worker, there's a real test for you. A sadhana, spiritual practice. There, when they come and it's coming at you, can you hold your light pattern? You know you've reached a place in your lotus flower, you've unfolded a petal, a real important one, when you cannot engage in any way, especially when it's directed at you. It's not that easy, but it's worth practicing, I promise. Without expectations or demand. So those are key words to meditate on. Monitor your expectations. Find what they feel like inside of you. Find the vibrational, energetic field of expectations, because that's the closest thing to a vibrational dip and engaging in drama. Okay, here we go. We're almost done. And this is his advice to you. So this is what his card. So this was what his meaning is of this card, and this is his words of wisdom to share with you. First, meditate. Be blissful. Then much love will happen of its own accord. Right. Then being with others is beautiful. And being alone is also beautiful. So that's how I feel. In fact, okay, let's be truthful here. At this point, vibrationally, I love being alone because I can hold my vibration pattern a little easier, actually. My sadhana is when I move into other people's energetic field. My sadhana is to practice holding that vibration pattern. And again, I'd like you to practice the same. So being with others is beautiful, and being alone is also beautiful. So sometimes when you feel like you're alone and you're feeling uncomfortable or whatever, let's go back. Meditate. Listen to me. Listen to this video. Find Teal Swan. Find Matt Kahn. Find Wayne Dyer. Find Ram Dass or Osho. Find your people, your tribe. And then it is simple too. You don't depend on others, and you don't make others dependent on you. So many light workers right now, again, we don't mean to, but we've spent so much of our life giving our light away and sending our light through others and filtering our light through others that we have grown out of practice or forgotten that it's here where the healing is. It can never, and that's a very strong word, be healed outside of yourself. No one, no friend, no light worker, no master teacher can heal you outside of yourself. And they'll all tell you that. The healing is here. So don't depend on others for your light, and don't make others depend on you. Then it is always a friendship or a friendliness. It never becomes a relationship, but a relatedness. So I'm relating to you and you're relating to me. I honor your journey and honor mine. We are together, but not infiltrating each other, not affecting each other, not riding the wave of, oh, I'm happy, oh, I'm sad, oh, I'm good, oh, I'm bad, oh, me too, happy, sad, good, bad. We're not doing that anymore. We're just honoring each other's space to be. You relate, but you don't create a marriage. A marriage is out of fear. So, related, okay, I'm going to stop there. Marriage is out of fear. So when we fear that the person's going to leave us, or we fear that the person's not going to like us, or we fear that if we say something, they're going to judge us. So much of our relationships with others is based out of fear. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? That's probably why you don't share half this information, because you're very afraid of what people are going to think of you. So just be aware of how that energetic vibrational pattern feels inside of your field. Fear. So marriage is out of fear. Oh my God, this person can never leave me ever because I will take everything you own. You belong to me, human. You are mine forever. See, this piece of paper says so. Anyway, y'all can tell how I feel about marriage. Relatedness is out of love. That's actually a really tough one. I love you so much, which means whatever decisions and choices you have to make, even if they don't involve me, I will love and honor anyway. And I will bless your journey, whether I'm part of it or not. And that's a beautiful place to be, when you can bless someone's journey truly without the fear of them leaving you. That is true love, unconditional love. So you relate. As long as things are moving beautifully, you share. And if you see that the moment has come to depart because your paths separate at this crossroad, you say goodbye with great gratitude for all that the other has been to you, for all the joys and all the pleasures and all the beautiful moments that you have shared with the other. No misery, with no pain, you simply separate. This is a sadhana. This is a major spiritual practice. And let me tell you, I'm going to give you a couple more petals on your lotus flower if you can master this one. So, can you separate from a friend or a loved one or a partner in love? Can you separate in love? It's not easy. They're like, no, that person can never leave me. You are my friend. You are my partner. I am gripping onto you. And if you ever want to leave me, I'm going to make your life miserable. So be aware of that. Or I'm going to be mean to you. Or I'm going to punish you. Or I'm never going to speak to you again. If you don't want to be with me anymore, I'm never going to speak to you again. You don't want to love me, I'm never going to speak to you again. You want to be with someone else, forget it. I'm out of your life. We don't have to be like that, you know. It's a choice. It's a choice. So what's a beautiful sadhana, which I'm learning right now, going through, you know, a separation in a way, and my separation person has a new person. And I am honoring and blessing that we learned. Oh, we learned so much together. We grew each other leaps and bounds. The lessons, the growth, the beauty, just beautiful stuff we did together. But our time has passed. Our time has come now. We have grown. We have evolved our little petals as far as we can together. And now it is time for us to move a different path and a different path. And so I honor and bless his journey forward with his new person and his new life. And I have my own path and my own journey. And I wish everyone the best. And I love everyone involved. And there's no need for any ill will or anything. Actually, it's just a beautiful situation. So when we can really honor how people feel, and maybe a friend and you need to separate for a little while, and that's okay too, because maybe this friend needs to learn other lessons. And sometimes when we're holding on so tight to someone, a friend or a partner, we're holding on so tight. You can do this for this lifetime. You can if you wish to, but you know, you will then you will kind of slow the evolution process, which is also fine too, because we don't ever die, right? We're infinite. It's okay. We can learn these lessons as fast or as slow as we choose. So if we want to stay with a person that has slowed our growth, it's okay. You can stay for the rest of your life with this person. You will learn certain things, and this is okay. And then you will come again and pop back in and begin learning all over again. That's just the way it goes. Some of us are like, nah, I think I'm going to learn my stuff now. Love you. It's been fun. Please, but I'm out. I got things. That's where I'm at. I'm like, no, I love you. Thank you. I learned so much, but now I have other stuff to do and other places to go and other people to learn from, you know? Okay, I did it. I don't know how long that was, but there's our first card, Friendliness. So if you pulled that card, you can go into more detail with that. Let me see if I can pull it right up for you one more time. And I'm going to come back again. Y'all, exhaustion is next, and guilt is after that. And I figured if I don't do 3 cards at a time, this is going to take me months to get done. If you think about it, 78 cards. So I think I got to try to do 3 at a time. All right. Well, I love you guys. One, try. You can always check this stuff out on YouTube. Any of this reviews and all this stuff is on YouTube. All right. Love you. Happy Sunday. Let me see how I'm going to end this. Let's add that. Let's